Inherited a house in Texas? That blessing can feel like a burden when you hear the word probate. But what if you could sell that house and skip the formal probate process entirely? In Texas, you can. This isn't a loophole. It's using specific Texas laws to save you significant time, money, and stress. There are several methods. Some you can use after a death, and others that work best if planned in advance. In the next few minutes, we'll give you the legal roadmap for selling that property without the probate headache. So, why avoid probate? It's a court-supervised process that can take months, even years, with mounting legal fees. The good news is, Texas law provides alternatives. Let's begin with tools for when a loved one has passed without a will. These post-death options are effective, but have limits. What if you could plan ahead to make the transfer instant? You'll soon see how. The primary benefit of avoiding probate is speed. Instead of waiting for court dates, you can move toward a sale much faster. Next is cost. You bypass many attorney fees, court filing costs, and administrative expenses tied to a full probate case. And finally, simplicity and privacy. Probate is a public record, while these alternatives can be handled privately with less paperwork. The most common tool is the Affidavit of Heirship, or AOH. This sworn statement identifies heirs when there is no will. What gives an AOH its legal power? Two disinterested witnesses. People who knew the family history but won't inherit anything. Once the AOH is filed in county deed records, it creates a clear chain of title that many title companies will accept to ensure a sale. An AOH doesn't grant title immediately, but after 5 years on file, it becomes legal evidence of property ownership. For smaller situations, there's the Small Estate Affidavit, or SEA. It's a faster process for estates valued at $75,000 or less, excluding the home. So you have options after a death. But are you ready for the most powerful methods? Let's look at tools that prevent the problem completely. Remember we asked about planning ahead? The number one tool for this in Texas is the Transfer on Death Deed, or TOD. A TOD is a simple deed you record today that names a beneficiary. The moment you pass, they own the property. No probate, no delay. The best part? The owner keeps 100% control. You can sell, mortgage, or cancel the TODD without the beneficiary's permission. After the owner passes, the beneficiary just files an affidavit of death. This officially puts the property in their name, ready for sale. Beyond a TOD, other proactive tools include revocable living trusts, which also offer comprehensive control and avoid probate. But this isn't a universal solution. The first roadblock for an AOH is heir disagreement. If one heir objects, you'll likely end up in court. Another issue is debt. If the estate has significant debts beyond a mortgage, an AOH or SEA is typically not appropriate. What if there is a will, but you still want to avoid a full probate case? Texas has a streamlined process for that. It's called a muniment of title. With a valid will and no unpaid debts, the court simply recognizes the will as the title transfer document. You see the pattern. Simple, debt-free estates with agreeable heirs are perfect for these alternatives. So how do you make the right choice? Let's connect the dots. Remember the risk of heirs disagreeing over an affidavit of heirship? A proactive TODD completely solves that. Post-death tools like the AOH are reactive. They solve an existing problem. Planning tools like TODDs are proactive. They prevent the problem. The fundamental goal is always a clean title for the sale. Each method, from an AOH to a TOD, is a legal tool to achieve that. Understanding these options gives you immense control. But with legal power comes the need for precision. So what is the final step? To recap, yes, you can sell an inherited Texas house without full probate using an affidavit of heirship or proactive deeds like a TOD. The probate process is not an unavoidable certainty. Knowing your options empowers you to choose a path that is faster and cheaper. However, Texas property law is intricate and every situation is unique. A mistake can create massive title problems and legal headaches. Your best move is to consult an experienced Texas probate attorney. They will ensure you use the right tool correctly to sell your property.